Hello, my friends. Welcome back. This just in. We got a Dawn Feast anniversary event series coming in hot. So let's talk about it. The Dawn Feast and Frost Dragon Tyrant event will take place soon. Please plan your alliance strategy ahead of time. Blah, blah, blah. Make sure you're in the right alliance. Okay, what's going on here? Dear Chief, time flies. Can't thank you enough for being with us these past 3 years. To celebrate, we prepared a grand feast. The event's schedule. You and your allies can contribute dishes to the feast, earning personal alliance points in return. Personal dining points determine your rank on the leaderboard. I think we're going to have some pictures, so we'll scroll down to this in a second. So there's also a Dawn Gala. Let's just jump into it. The pictures, baby. Okay. 3-year anniversary event. We've seen this style of event before where you go in and you are preparing dishes. You cook it one time like you do when you're exploring or trekking. And then after that point, you can automatically contribute that dish after you've gotten a perfect score. And the key to this event is that there's some thumbs up here. So over the course of some number of days, you want to make sure that you're loading up as much as you can to the thumbs up dishes, but toward the end, you just sort of have to give the rest of what you have. Your ingredients are limited. You can trade with other players for ingredients you need, which definitely matters. And also a certain amount of cooking per day is typically rewarded. And typically the top X placers also get a city theme. So let's see what we got here. I mean, it's showing seasonal prize in the upper right. That's got to be the theme, right? That's got to be the theme. So you get ingredients to cook dishes. Cool. It is possible there'll be a gem spending outlet for that. So keep that in mind. You get the festive bag supply. Okay, cool. Bag of festive feast supplies contains a random ingredient. What is this? Is this like, this can't be like a March skin, can it? It looks like a March skin. That's not a city theme, is it? Your city theme becomes a book? Whoa. If so, definitely cool. I'm not sure what I'm looking at though. Okay, onward. Gourmet spread. 7-day, no. Yeah, well, the time on this says 7 days. Maybe this is in total a 7-day thing. But this is a battle pass, feast overture. Probably the more you cook, the more you get here. Okay. And they've got here an emoji. Oh, the bear is a hero and then dashing off. Oh, that's kind of neat. Okay, here it is. Gem outlet inbound, chat. Gem outlet inbound. Hope you have a lot of gemmies saved up. Day 5 is typically the day, Chiefs of the Dawn, when you can have a gem outlet here. And it's kind of remarkable. We just had a holiday event. We got another one here. The thing that you're going for, if you want this, is like the 1.5% lethality boost. Don't ruin your prep to rank in this event. I beg of you for your states. Actually, your states, do whatever you want. My state, please. I don't know, for everybody. Get your tiered rewards every day. 100% that's worth. Just be really mindful of blowing prep. My 2 cents. The way you avoid blowing prep is by opening keys and by spending gems. So for most people, you're going to need to do, you know, some amount of things you would have used in prep used here in order to get your stage rewards, which I think is perfectly reasonable. There's the cosmetic you get. We've got the celebratory symphony here. This is very straightforward. Do quests, get the things you need to go and cook, but also fire crystals and also cosmetic currency is kind of nice, truth be told. Top up benefits. Okay, this is the March skin. The bear riding the 3. That's crazy. That is crazy looking. Okay, cool. I told you, gem outlet, chat. Here it is. So if you have a bunch of gems saved up, you spend gems during the day that rewards you for gem spending. What do you buy? I mean, I'm going to make a video. I'll probably only spend a couple 100,000 gems because that's all I'm going to have, if anything. Like, I'm cooked. I don't have gems to spend this time. But upping your VIP is a really good way to go. After you've upped VIP, obviously, getting things from the VIP shop is important, but from there, we're talking about common wild marks as your gem outlet. That's the thing that you buy, and that's how you progress your pets. If you are growing your gem count and have enough to play all the events you're trying to play. All right. Also, try to spend your stam cans during the day that rewards you for that. I find typically if you could get to like 3 or maybe 4,000 of the, or no, 3, it's only, it's like 300 of the limit here, 3 or 400 of the limit, and you're good on defeating beasts, I think. Doesn't this usually go to thousands? Am I hallucinating? I might be like AI and he'll be hallucinating here. And typically I'm not spending speed ups. Spending speed ups would probably be a pretty good way to get a bunch of stuff you need for the event because it's not bounded. But again, I try to save all of that for prep, even though technically you get more loot by a little bit, right? Do you actually get something for turning in every single dish? I don't think so. Like I think this event is not as competitive as the typical one like we just had where you're smashing a dragon or equivalent. And then we have celebration fireworks. Claim the fireworks, spend them to get rewards, I believe. And then here, okay, couple things about this snapshot of time. Make sure you tap around. I remember last year there was like a way to play rock, paper, scissors with him and get some stuff. I'll have a link to that video in the end, but there's definitely an Easter egg somewhere in here, which I love. I think that's so cool. So be on the lookout for that, and also Carbly in the end screen in case I do remember the vid where I talked about that. And then at the end, whichever alliance contributed the most in your state gets the Feastmaster's Hall. So you're competing not only against other players for the city skin, presumably, but then also alliances are competing to have the better feast. And I've covered that in the past. It's a pretty fun event. Spenders go kind of nuts on that. So pretty cool. Oh, Kasia's Wish House is coming back. Well. The game does want my money because when this shows up, I end up spending like $600. So why is that? Mithril is the bottleneck for endgame progression for top-end accounts. If you're not trying to be that account, you don't have to spend on this event. Usually the tiered rewards give a bunch of mithril. Also, the shop gives a bunch of mithril. Last time around, I think that combined number was 110. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 150-ish mithril per piece that you need to max that piece. In other words, it's 10, then 20 is 30 total, plus 30 is 60 total, plus 40 plus 50. Yeah, it is 150. So you need 600 mithril per troop type to max out their hero gear, which means you need 1,800 in total to have one complete set of infantry, lancers, and marksmen, along with all the other stuff you need. Mythic gear pieces is actually a huge problem for me, so I'm going to have to get that sorted. It does look like there's some opportunity to get a few of those along the way here in Kasia's Wish House, but Kasia's Wish House generally is a very high value way to go about doing that. Like I said, these days, I try to shrink the overwhelming majority of my spending to an event like Kasia. The alternative is when, as an example, I'm spending for something like alliance mobilizations, specifically with the goal of making sure that my daily packs, my supply packs, are topped up. That's what I do. So I top up all the supply packs I'm doing during that event. I try to save any deals that last for a long period of time. I try to see if it'll overlap with a alliance mobilization. Then I buy it, like the monthly pack as an example. What else do we have here? Oh, and Mia's Fortune might overlap with all this, which would be pretty handy if it did. Cool. We also have a Snapshot Festival pack. Ooh. Very nice little animated avatar frame here. Kind of cute. All right. And the Polar Paradise Deco pack. I mean, that's pretty cool, chat. That's pretty cool. The island deco always goes hard, man. That's pretty cool. In the grand scheme of things, the decoration here is a very low priority for an account. It is a high priority for a spender where you're getting every advantage you can. For most players, these stats per dollar is not as good for decorations as it is other things. So keep that in mind. Folks like me that just got the expanded levels on charms, I don't even know. That's a priority, but not as high a priority for me as other things. Those charms are getting, they're getting kind of pricey. Anyways, you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, subscribe. I'll cover all these events as they get closer. Congratulations to Whiteout Survival on the 3-year. I mean, it's one of the most successful 4X strategy games on the market. So they've really hit it out of the park. It's not even close. All right. I think they made like $2 billion last year. So, and if you're playing this game, there's plenty you can spend on. And I'll spend on some of those things coming up in probably the next week or so when this stuff goes live. All right. Until next time, because we know when is it going live? The 7th. Soon. Very soon. Kasia's Wish House the 7th. Very, very poggers. Which means the other events come sooner, the 6th. All right, until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.